We don't want you to go faster than you feel comfortable going, okay? Stay relaxed, avoid building tension in arms and shoulders. On long descent, stop and take a break if you feel stiff or jerky. It won't happen on this trip. We don't do the alpine passes that have like a 15 kilometers downhill, but still, if you realize you're building tension in your forearms, in your hands, you know, you might want to coast. Take a deep yoga breathing, right, James? Like when you go yoga and you go, and then you continue. Look at that adesso. Look ahead to read the road.
No.
Vado avanti io.
I'm against this one.
Look ahead to foresee potential hazard. Read the road. Plan your line. Think of leaning and not steering. This is fairly obvious. And number 5, it's also always up here blinking. Keep speed under control. So look where you want to go. Why?
The reason we are just going in different way. What we do to walk in a straight line, we are walking with legs and we are contrasting with upper body. So to go walk in a straight line, it's just like cross country, we walk like this. If we would walk like this one here, which is, we engage a natural rotation in the hips and the upper body is just following the rotation, we generate a change of direction. So if we are walking like this, we contrast the new direction. If we are working like this one here, we get in a situation that we generate new direction. All because what I really think, which is different from skiing, sorry Marcello, I'm a ski instructor and you know that.
I live in a flat area.
Is forces generated on the bike as completely opposite of what is in skiing. We tend to go out of the turn with an acceleration, biking in a downhill. Skiing, ending the turn, we lose speed, we slow down. So centrifugal power is different, increasing, decreasing. But beside that, what would be important is to lean to generate direction together with rotational action, but of course the speed giving us centrifugal power is what keeps the body in balance. If we add some more of rotational action, we don't need to lean as much as, so we have more stability and more traction. So we don't need to lean too much. For those feeling not too confident and preferring to go slowly down, but in a safe way, of course leaning is impossible. So we need to steer. Does it make sense? Because all the leaning is because we have a force that is giving us a balance, centrifugal power. So the idea is we try to lean a little bit, we try to keep the inside leg up, maybe give some more pressure on the outside in terms that it could be similar to ski, but we try to help our bike to go smooth around the corner by look where we want to go. Because first of all, we engage this rotational action, and then we foresee what is coming in front of us. Okay? I is a little technical, I'm not an engineer, but it's just related to forces. Marcello.
Lift inside foot, look where you want to go. If you keep looking at the pothole, qualcuno sta suonando su. If you keep looking at the pothole, you know what, you might run over the pothole, so look where you want to go, it is very important. You need a firm grip on the handlebars, everything else should still be loose and relaxed. Lift inside foot, add weight on the outside foot. Adesso dobbiamo tagliare questo, tiri. Perfetto. Thank you Google. Page number 2. This is a switchback near where we live. It's a great picture, but it's missing the central white line, which you don't want to cross over to the other. On a switchback, you should approach the switchback on a wide line and cut in, which means you brake before you actually enter into the turn. You reduce the speed by using both brakes before you enter. Both brakes. Interesting. If I have to go hard on one of the two brakes, I always go hard on my right one, which is the back one. Because if for some reason I lock the back wheel, I still have the steer with me. If I lock the front wheel, come si dice? Solo I santi possono aiutarti. Only the saints can help you. And most of the times the saints are busy doing something else if you lock the front wheel going down. So you reduce the speed before you enter the turn, you approach the switchback on a wide line and cut in, you brake before. Here we go. Lift inside foot and add weight on the outside foot. Look ahead through the switchback to prepare the line for the next one. This is basic technique, but we want you to come to us and clarify your doubts if you have any. And you know what? If you want, on one of those descents, today it might not be the best day to do so because descents are a little bumpy, sometimes narrow. But let's say, as an example, day 4 as we arrive in Gubbio, people willing to do so, we could get together and go down slowly, but emphasizing all you have to do on a descent to learn how to deal with your bike. Battle?
Something last. Holding the hands on the brakes all time, it will overheat the oil inside the system of the brakes. Higher temperature expand, create bubbles inside the brakes. They don't work anymore. They have to cool down before they work again. I was the other weekend in my place. It was a super long, it's called Hero mountain bike, whatever, and everybody had problems with the brakes. They were not working because they were overheated by holding all the time. So how do? We pump, release, take them, release, take them. So we give the time, the oil inside the tube to keep cool, to not to overheat, yeah? Okay? So this is very important.
But I have good news for you. The descents are not long enough to fry the oil.